Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. I'm your host, Jason, and as always, I'm here with my wonderful co-host, Julia. Hi, Julia.
Hi, Jason. Hi, everyone. We're very happy you're here with us today.
Today's episode is very special because we're talking about something that affects all of us, our future. Our topic is how to achieve your goals in 2026.
Yes, a new year is coming, and many people are thinking about their dreams, their plans, and the things they want to improve, like learning English better, building confidence, getting a better job, or living a healthier life.
That's right. But the big question is, why do so many people set goals but don't actually achieve them?
Exactly. Maybe you start the year very excited, very motivated, and after a few weeks, everything stops. Life gets busy, you feel tired, or you just forget about your goals.
So in this episode, we'll show you a simple and practical way to turn your goals into real results in 2026.
We'll talk about how to choose the right goals, how to make a clear plan, how to stay consistent, and how to build the right mindset for success step by step in a simple way.
And don't worry, this episode is especially made for English learners and beginners. We'll use clear English, simple ideas, and practical examples that you can use in your daily life.
So whether your goal is to improve your English, grow personally, or change something important in your life, this episode is for you.
All right, let's begin and discover how you can make 2026 your best year yet.
Let's get started.
So, Julia, before we talk about how to achieve goals, I think it's important to understand why so many people fail. Why do you think that happens?
That's a great question, Jason. I think the first big reason is that many people set very unclear goals. They say things like, I want to be better, or I want to improve my English, but they don't say how, when, or what exactly they want.
Yes, that's true. A goal like I want to learn English is nice, but it's not a plan. It's just a wish.
Exactly. And another reason is that people often try to change everything at the same time. They set too many goals, make very big plans, and then they feel overwhelmed.
Right? They want to wake up early, exercise every day, study English 2 hours daily, read books, eat healthy, and build a new business all at once.
And after 1 or 2 weeks, they feel tired, stressed, and disappointed, so they stop completely.
Another big problem is that people depend too much on motivation.
Yes, motivation feels great at the beginning, but it doesn't last. Some days you feel excited, and some days you don't feel like doing anything.
And when motivation disappears, many people think, oh, I failed, and then they quit.
But in reality, they didn't fail, they just didn't build a system or a habit.
That's a very important point. Goals fail not because people are weak, but because their system is weak.
Exactly. And one more reason people fail is that they don't track their progress. They don't check what is working and what is not.
So they don't know if they are improving or not, and that makes them lose confidence.
Yes. So to summarize, unclear goals, too many goals, depending on motivation, and no tracking. These are the main reasons why people fail.
Great summary, Julia. Now that we understand the problems, let's move to the solution.
Yes, let's talk about how to set goals the right way.
All right. Now let's talk about the first and most important step, setting clear and meaningful goals.
Yes. Because if your goal is not clear, your brain doesn't know what to focus on.
Exactly. So let's start with this question. What is the difference between a vague goal and a clear goal?
A vague goal is something like, I want to improve my life, or I want to be successful, or I want to learn English.
Those sound nice, but they don't tell you what action to take.
Right. A clear goal answers 3 simple questions. What exactly? How much? And by when?
This idea is often called a SMART goal, but we'll keep it simple.
For example, instead of saying, I want to learn English, you can say, I want to speak English for 10 minutes every day for the next 3 months.
That's a great example. It's specific, it's measurable, and it has a time limit.
And it's realistic. You don't need to study 5 hours a day. You just need something you can actually do.
Another important part is that your goal must be meaningful to you.
Yes. Ask yourself, why do I want this goal? Is it for your career, your confidence, your family, or your future?
When your goal has a strong reason, it becomes easier to continue when things feel difficult.
Let's give another example. Instead of saying, I want to be healthier, you can say, I want to walk for 20 minutes every morning so I have more energy and feel better.
That's clear, simple, and connected to a real benefit.
So before you go to the next step, take a few minutes and write your goals clearly.
Write them down. Don't just think about them, write them.
And remember, clear goals create clear actions.
Beautifully said. Now that we have clear goals, let's talk about how to make them easier to achieve.
Yes, let's break them into small steps.
So now that we have clear goals, the next step is very important, breaking big goals into small actions.
Yes, because big goals can feel scary. They can feel too big, too far away, and too difficult.
Exactly. And when something feels too big, our brain wants to avoid it.
That's why we need to turn big goals into very small, simple steps.
Let's use English learning as an example again. A big goal is, I want to speak English fluently.
That sounds great, but it's too big to work with every day.
So we break it down. For example, learn 5 new words a day. Listen to an English podcast for 10 minutes. Speak out loud for 5 minutes.
Now the goal feels possible. You don't feel stressed, you feel ready to start.
Exactly. Small actions reduce fear and increase action.
And the secret is that small actions, repeated every day, create big results over time.
Let's take another example, health. A big goal is, I want to be fit.
Small actions could be walk 20 minutes a day, drink more water, stretch in the morning.
You don't need a perfect plan. You just need a simple plan.
Yes, simple beats perfect.
Another important idea is to connect your actions to your daily routine.
For example, you can listen to English while cooking, walking, or traveling.
Or you can study right after breakfast, or before going to bed, connect it to something you already do.
This makes the habit easier to remember and easier to keep.
So remember, big dreams are achieved through small daily actions.
Start small, stay consistent, and trust the process.
Great. Now, let's talk about how to stay consistent even when you don't feel motivated.
Yes, that's our next step.
Now, this step is very important. Build consistency, not motivation.
Yes, because motivation is emotional. It goes up and down.
Some days you feel excited and ready. Other days you feel tired, busy, or lazy.
And if you only work when you feel motivated, you will not reach your goals.
That's why consistency is stronger than motivation.
Consistency means doing the small action every day, even when you don't feel like it.
Not perfectly, just regularly.
For example, if your goal is to practice English 10 minutes a day, do it even on bad days.
Even 5 minutes is okay. What matters is that you don't stop.
Because when you stop, it becomes harder to start again.
One helpful idea is to make your habits easy.
Yes, reduce the effort. Prepare your book, your app, or your notebook before.
Another idea is to remove distractions.
Put your phone on silent, turn off notifications, and focus for a short time.
Short focus time is better than long distracted time.
You can also use reminders, alarms, notes, or checklists.
And reward yourself after you complete your habit.
A small reward helps your brain enjoy the process.
So remember, don't wait for motivation.
Create a routine instead.
Routine creates consistency, and consistency creates success.
Beautifully said.
Now let's talk about how to check your progress and improve your plan.
Yes, let's move to tracking and adjusting.
So now that we have clear goals, small actions, and consistency, the next step is tracking progress and adjusting the plan.
Yes, because if you don't track your progress, you don't really know if you're improving or not.
And when you don't see progress, you can easily lose confidence and motivation.
That's why tracking is not about pressure, it's about awareness.
Awareness helps you understand what is working and what is not.
Tracking can be very simple. You don't need a special app or a complex system.
You can use a notebook, a checklist, or even the notes on your phone.
For example, you can write, Monday, practiced English 10 minutes. Tuesday, listened to podcast 15 minutes. Wednesday, spoke with a friend.
When you see your actions written down, you feel proud, and that feeling helps you continue.
Another good idea is to review your progress every week.
Ask yourself simple questions. What did I do well? What was difficult? What can I improve?
This is not about judging yourself, it's about learning.
If something is not working, don't quit. Adjust.
Maybe your goal was too big, so you make it smaller.
Maybe your time was wrong, so you change the time.
Flexibility is not failure. Flexibility is intelligence.
That's a powerful idea.
Your plan should serve you, not control you.
So track your actions, review regularly, and adjust when needed.
That way, your system becomes stronger and smarter over time.
Great. Now let's talk about the mindset you need for long-term success.
Yes, that's our next part.
Now let's talk about something very powerful, your mindset.
Yes, because your mindset decides how you think, how you act, and how you react when things go wrong.
You can have a perfect plan, but if your mindset is weak, you will stop when it becomes difficult.
And every meaningful goal becomes difficult at some point.
So the first mindset for success is the growth mindset.
A growth mindset means you believe you can improve through effort, practice, and learning.
It means you don't say, I can't do this. You say, I can't do this yet.
That one word yet changes everything.
Instead of seeing mistakes as failures, you see them as feedback.
Mistakes are not signs that you are bad. They are signs that you are learning.
This is especially important for English learners.
Yes, many people feel embarrassed when they make mistakes in English.
But mistakes are part of the process. No mistakes means no growth.
So be kind to yourself when you make mistakes.
Another important mindset is patience.
We live in a fast world. We want fast results.
But real change takes time.
You don't become fluent, confident, or successful in a few days.
You become those things after many small efforts over a long time.
So instead of asking, why am I not successful yet? Ask, am I improving?
Improvement is progress.
Another mindset is responsibility.
Yes, this is very important.
Responsibility means you stop blaming the situation, other people, or the past.
You say, this is my life and I am responsible for my actions.
That gives you power.
When you take responsibility, you stop being a victim and start being a creator.
Beautifully said.
And finally, the mindset of self-belief.
You must believe that you are capable of change.
Not perfect, not special, just capable.
You don't need confidence first. Confidence comes after action.
So act first and confidence will grow.
So to summarize, growth mindset, patience, responsibility, and self-belief.
These are the mental tools you need for success in 2026.
And when your mindset is strong, your actions become stronger too.
Exactly. Now, let's finish with a short recap and motivation.
Yes, let's close this episode in a positive way.
So let's quickly recap what we learned today about achieving your goals in 2026.
Yes. First, we learned why most people fail: unclear goals, too many goals, relying only on motivation, and not tracking progress.
Then, we talked about step 1, setting clear and meaningful goals. Make them specific, measurable, realistic, and connected to your life.
Step 2. Break big goals into small, simple daily actions. Small steps every day lead to big results.
Step 3. Build consistency, not motivation. Routine is more powerful than waiting to feel motivated.
Step 4. Track your progress and adjust your plan. Awareness and flexibility make your system stronger.
And finally, the mindset for success growth mindset: patience, responsibility, and self-belief.
Yes. Remember, achieving your goals is a journey. Small actions, consistent effort, and the right mindset will take you far.
So today, we challenge you to take one small action toward your goal right now. Don't wait for tomorrow.
And don't forget to write down your goals clearly. That's the first step to making them real.
If you enjoyed this episode, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And let us know in the comments, what's your main goal for 2026?
We would love to hear your goals and cheer you on.
Thank you so much for listening.